Yes, I understand this meeting, like I said before, that it's not about the number of airplanes will fly over our neighborhood. I accept that. And I think to change the Class B from what I understand from the presentation is about for the safety, also the clean configuration to save the energy, probably save the environment. But I think the noise is also should be considered a factor of the environment impact. When you talk about that the clean configuration, the continuous descent can actually decrease the noise. But you also, I think, mentioned that now you are still using the stairs descent.
That's why we're doing this, is
Yeah.
to stop doing that.
Instead, so once you have this, you can do the continuous.
That's the goal. We will still be conflicting traffic out there. We'll have to interrupt vertical navigation for passing traffic. Because there's other traffic out there.
Okay.
If there's no traffic, then yes, the intent is absolutely to have this airplane descend.
Okay. Because when you change these things, it really affects our lives. So I just wonder, do you do any environment inspection or report about how the noise kind of to impact the neighborhood, specifically for the heavily populated area? Because for us, that we can see, although on this map, that the sunny wheel got, the latitude got decreased, and it's definitely going to affect our lives. So if you have any environmental report to say it will actually help us to decrease noise we already have, it already bothers us a lot. That's why we have so many people here, because everyone is bothered about that. We have kids, we have families, we try to go to work, we send our kids to school. But like you said, there is no curfew for the San Francisco airport, so we got the planes fly over us even at midnight. It's really bothers. If you have some environmental report that can show that actually can help us to decrease noise, that would be good. But if by lower the latitude, it will increase our noise. It's really just add the more burden to us.
So if the flight path is changed, so there is an order that the FAA has to follow when we change actual flight paths. So when the Surfer was created, this work was done. And I do know that that's all part of the select committee work, and so it is outside the scope of this meeting. But yes, there is an environmental order that is followed. It ties in with the flight path. But again, I know we're sounding like a perfect record. We're not changing that flight path, therefore there is no environmental to go along because we are not changing.
Yes, I accept we are going to have the same number of the planes, the flight
In the
path.
exact same flight
But
path.
the
No, the
lower
altitude is
latitude.
not changing either. So that's what we're saying, the lateral path is not changing, the vertical path is not changing. It's already published, it's gone through an environmental. What we're doing today and what Rick has been kind of talking about is that we're artificially leveling these airplanes off for airspace. In the future, if we can get this airspace through, those planes will be allowed to descend. Now, will they ever be leveled off? Yes, because there will still continue to be conflicts that he was talking about. And so yes, sometimes we'll have to level them off. But it won't be for an artificial reason like airspace. They'll be able to continue to descend through the airspace, and we only level them off when there's traffic, when there's a reason to level them off.
And to add to that, we have to do the artificial level off for airspace.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Can you?
And to add to that, we have to do, because of the airspace, the way the airspace is currently published, we have to do the artificial level offs 24 hours a day. But during the later evening times, there's less conflict. So there's times where the airplanes, if the airspace was configured to allow for it, there's better opportunity for continuous descents during the evening times. So
If I understand correctly, you mean that even now they are lower, they will, on our houses, it will even has less noise, even it's 2,000.
Yeah, could you, that might help.
It is a possibility of that.
okay, so right now, airplanes are descending out of Epic at or above 10,000 feet, at or below 15,000 feet, 280 knots. Air traffic is telling this airplane after they cross this waypoint, continue your descent on the constant descent arrival, except stop your descent at 8,000 feet. The reason being is if they don't interrupt the descent to 6,000 feet, the airplane will leave the Class Bravo airspace below 8,000 feet out here. So now, the airplane has to stop its continuous descent until right here. And now air traffic says descend and maintain 6,000 till they get to this point right here. So we've leveled off and added drag devices if appropriate here. We're going to descend now and then add more thrust right here to remain at 6,000 feet. And then we're going to say descend and maintain 4,000. Then the airplane turns around and descends down to 4,000 feet. And it levels off out here, and it starts to slow down, it starts to deploy drag devices, speed brakes, whatever, and then continues its descent on the instrument approach procedure into San Francisco. If the airspace were configured where we didn't have these artificial constraints at 4, 6, and 8, it could cross through the window here between 10 and 15,000 feet. The flight management system will decide the rate of descent based on winds, weight, and whatever. The nominal descent rate at a 2.72 degree glide path is roughly 290 feet per nautical mile. So now the airplane would descend out of this window anywhere between 10 and 15,000 feet to comply with crossing the Eddy waypoint at or above 6,000 feet, to comply with crossing the Menlo waypoint at 4,000 feet. So the airplane would be able to continuously descend all the way down in a clean, low thrust configuration without any artificial leveling off if we go to the new proposal.
Put your line where that 4,000 foot little area is.
So we moved the 4,000 foot out here, 1.5 miles south of Eddy. So even though Eddy is at or above 6,000, we're capturing at or above 4,000 for the airspace only, so the airplane can continue a continuous descent. And we did the 4,000 out here as opposed to having multiple chunks of airspace because we cut down on complexity. Just because we put a 4,000 foot floor out here doesn't mean we're going to have airplanes at 4,000 feet. Quite the contrary. They're going to be crossing at or above 6,000 feet with the goal, the flight management computer or system knows it needs to be at Menlo at 4,000 feet and 230 knots. So it will configure itself based on winds and weight and airplane configuration to what altitude it needs to be here above 6,000 feet and continue that roughly 290 foot per nautical mile descent.
All right, thank you.